Yo guys, hope we're having a really awesome day. My day's going pretty good so far. Currently just wrapping Christmas presents. Something I like to do is wrap them up with newspaper, if you can see. So sometimes you get some nice patterns, sometimes you can go funny ones. So I've got the sun and I've wrapped up my dad's present in pictures of boobs, I guess. So that's pretty funny. A little thing that I like to do to my niece is try and kind of wind her up. So what I've done is I've put her present in a box underneath this layer in the box, put this other floor in, and now I'm gonna just sellotape it all up so it's pretty much impenetrable, and then wrap it up. The present isn't actually even that big. It's much smaller than this box, so she'll think she's got an absolutely massive present. I have done this to her before, and I actually wrapped her present up in probably about 10 different boxes until it went like near enough the size of a washing machine, and it was actually only a DVD. That was so funny. I guess I'm kind of mean, but it's just absolutely brilliant to watch. I just can't help myself. So I'm going to carry on doing this. Other jobs today, I think I'm just going to go to the gym, and I need to get a couple more Christmas presents. Bearing in mind it is 2 days away from Christmas, so the shop's going to be absolutely packed, but I've got to do it. I've left this till last minute. I've got to get my little nephew a present, and yeah, and I think that's it. I think I've got everyone else's stuff, so that should be cool. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you this, how I'm doing this. It's just making me laugh. But I'll see you in a bit. Alright. So I don't know what you guys are like, but my timing and stuff is very, very bad. It's the 23rd, so it's the Christmas Eve, and I'm out with my dad buying a couple of last presents. It's pretty busy out, as it's to be expected, but I thought it probably was going to be busier. So back in the range, I'm going to have a look, see what I can buy, see what it's about. So I need to get a sofa present, I've just got Thomas's present, so he's my nephew. I need to get a sofa present, and I have no idea what to get. I don't know if to get something. I'll probably try and find something that's funny. So let's keep looking. So my dad's one of these sorts of people that absolutely loves haggling. He sees something broken in a shop, and he's got to go and haggle on how much it is. So right now, he's come straight in the door, and there was flowers outside. He's on with a red coat on. Look at those flowers there, and he's trying to get money off. Just saying, he likes to do. Some people call him odd. I'd just say he's really odd.
Annalise, stay with her.
Shopping with Dad is probably the most stressful and annoying thing I could ever do. He just takes so long. He's now been looking at beer for about 10 minutes. It's just too much. I can't handle it. I don't think I'll be doing this again for a very long time unless I really have to. Yeah, that's not too bad. He's having a little rant now because cider's expensive, even though he doesn't even drink cider, so no idea what he's on about. See you after now. That's my Christmas shopping all done for this year, I think. Let's just say it is. As you saw earlier on, I've been wrapping them up in newspaper. I don't know if that's just because I'm super tight or just because arty or what, I have no idea, but I think it looks quite cool. But right now I don't know what to do. I've just watched a film. I just watched a film called Hell or High Water. It was actually a really good film. It was yeah, it made you, did it make me think about things? No, it was different to a usual sort of film. Like if you watch the trailer, you'll see it's about two guys that rob banks and things, but it kind of ends in like a really cool way, a little bit different to how them sort of crime films usually end, which was pretty sweet actually. So I enjoyed that. But right now I'm really not too sure what to do. I don't know whether to go out. The weather's like just rubbish. Like it's stopped raining now, but it's a little bit drizzly here and there, and it's windy. I don't know what to do. My parents have gone out. My friends are just probably just being busy. I've got the camera here. I don't know what to do. So I've been looking at the Tamron lens, which is the 200 to 600, I think. 200 to 500 millimeters, and yeah, really awesome lens. Really enjoying using it, and yeah, this is why I film most of my stuff on that you've seen. But what I want to try and do is, I've got loads of old lenses and things, and I've got a couple of ×2 converters, but this one is for the Pentax bayonet fitment, which is slightly different to this one. I've been looking at the adapter I use, because usually I just put this adapter on and then mount it straight onto the front of the 7D, and that works absolutely fine. but there's a slight variation in the Pentax bayonet fitment to this one. And I've looking all over this, and it doesn't actually say what mount it is, and I have no idea how I came across, well, how I decided to buy this adapter, which is the perfect one for it, and it's really confusing. And I'm looking on the internet, and I was going to buy, well, I first of all started looking at the actual EOS mount ×2 teleconverters, and they're like £100, £200, so quite a lot of money. I then thought, well, what could I do? I could maybe, I don't want to buy an adapter to put on to go from this mount to the Canon, because that's like going to put even more strain on that. I'd like to be able to go straight from this to a teleconvert. So then I thought, what can I do? I can try and find this mount, and then I found loads of teleconverters for about £12 for what I think this mount is, because on this adapter it says it's a PB mount to EOS, but then on the edge here it says Olympus OM. I just feel so confused. I don't know whether to buy like an Olympus type teleconverter or a PB teleconverter. I don't want to buy one and it doesn't fit. I haven't got like an Olympus adapter, but then if that says Olympus and this one fits, then surely that means that is the right one for this. What should I do, guys? What should I do? It's confusing. Right, I think I've made a decision. I'm gonna go for the Olympus OM mount, which is what it says on the top of this lens as to what this is, and then I will go and attempt to use my original adapter from that to the camera. The reason why I'm doing this is because I believe that by going to the correct mount to the top of here, that will be the strongest bond. If I'm getting the one that's like, I was studying this, and this is quite a tight fit, it only just fits on, and I'm thinking if I get the one that's right for it, that should be a stronger bond to then go to this and then the camera. I've gone on eBay, I found them all sorts of prices. I have found this one, which as you can see is £10, and it looks right. Like, I look at this and that looks about right. I know I can't really set out the measurements and stuff, but the guy says it is for the Olympus OM. If I can bring it over here, will it focus? Let me focus. There you go. It says the Olympus OM. So surely it's got to fit. I'm going to buy it. It should be here by the 4th of January. It probably is going to turn up later than that. But that then means that, fingers crossed, this will be a 400 to 1000mm lens, which I just think is so exciting. And yeah, that's going to be really wicked. So fingers crossed it's going to be the right one, and we'll get even more awesome footage. I'm such a stalker. I figured out what to do. Something that I haven't actually told you about is, I think roughly a year ago, I think it was about, it was just after Christmas last year actually, so it must have been January, maybe early February, around that time anyway, I decided to go to France for 5 days, and I went completely on my own, and I stayed in the back of my car. I took loads of camera equipment that I borrowed from the uni that I was at the time, and yeah, I just enjoyed it. I just spent every day having little adventures, filming things. I kept a vlog, but I haven't edited any of the footage, which kind of sucks. I think partly the reason is, one, I've just put it off because there's a lot of footage there. There's a lot of time. There's 5 days worth of material to go through. Secondly, I also wrote a journal. I think I wrote about 4,000 or 5,000 words, and that was kind of just like how I was feeling, my point of view on the things that were around me, the things that were going on, and yeah, just like a diary really. And the third reason was, I had it on, I don't know if you can see, but I've got this hard drive here. And he's a really good hard drive, really solid, but I dropped it a few times and it kind of become corrupt, and it took me ages to get it working again. So I finally managed to get on there. I can't write to it, I can just take off it at the moment. It's a 5TB drive and it needs formatting, but I haven't got anything big enough to transfer all that footage off onto. So right now I've just transferred the 50 gig of footage off that was from various cameras and things for the trip, which I called La Voyage, which is the trip in French. So I thought that was quite cool, and yeah, I'm gonna get it all in Premiere and start flicking through it and see how things go. I can't get an edit, well, I could get an edit out probably over the next few days / weeks, but what I need to do is I want to get a microphone, because I'd really like to record a kind of voiceover and I'm going to experiment with my voice, and if I don't think my voice fits, then maybe see who else I can get to read some of the stuff, because I think it'd be really cool if my journal could become, well, I think it'd be really cool if my journal could turn into a sort of dialogue or voiceover even for the piece in parts. So that should be pretty cool. So I think oh, my phone's going off. I think what I'm going to say, I'm going to end today's vlog there. And yeah, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. This is different to the sort of filming videos and things. But tomorrow, I'm not sure the plan tomorrow. I know I'm going out tomorrow night. Not too sure about the plan tomorrow day, so I'll try and think of something really cool to do. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Good night.